What's up, world? This is your boy, Edwin Rose, from the new Edwin Rose bringing the truth. Drop the politics because, like I told you on the page, it's been a slow growth into something else. You know, um, One of my mentors, about 6, 7 years ago, really pushed me into becoming a politician. Really wasn't, my thing. But once people see things in you, it it should motivate you to explore those things, even if it's something that you don't think that you'll be good at or that you could even do well. If it's a true person, if it's somebody that you truly believe in, you should really take heed to what they're saying and explore the options. So I explored it, and like I said before, it's not for me. Um, I want to be able to help people. I definitely want to be able to help my people, for us blacks, and not excluding anyone. Um, I would like for there to be world peace, peace in this country, but that'll never happen because you still have people teaching hate. And this is not to drift off too far into this. This is something that you have to be aware of. This is something that you have to understand. And I'm not knocking what anybody else do, but I want to be able to do my own as well. I want to be able to have my own as well. So, with that said, the politics part is dropped, and it's just Edwin Rose bringing the truth. Um, like I said, I challenge anyone. If I misquote something or if I say something wrong on here, challenge it. Say it's not right. But like I said, always inbox me. You don't have to be a hater and blast it on what you think. Like I've always told anybody that's ever talked to me, sit down and read first. Sit down and read and have conversations with other mindsets. It's good to circle yourself around people that think like you, but it's also greater to circle yourself around people that don't think like you so you can take from those people. You can grow. I don't surround myself with people that think like me. I've been fortunate enough to have been around very strong and dominant women in my life. So a lot of my thought process, I take tidbits from them. Okay, made me the man that I am today. You know. Oh, you know. Speaking on that, today is my grandmother's birthday. So shout out to Ernestine Johnson, which is 92. No, I mean that's the beginning. She's the reason why we're here today. So, shout out to my grandmother, and giving respect to my grandmother, my mother, my fiance, my kid's mother. All these strong women have imprinted on me, and just throughout my years and observing people and doing things the right way, trying to do things the right way, have made me who I am today. So that's why the name changed because I want to be a that oak tree. I'm gonna be firm. I'm gonna be planted, and I want to grow. Okay. So with that said, this video is the introduction to the mentoring class. So I'm not gonna go over every step today. I'm not gonna go over all the things today. That's why I did the intro. It could be a little long. I don't care because I'm not going to hit everything. You're going to have to come back and come back and come back and get a little bit and get a little bit at a time. Keep you interested. What I do believe as a young man, and this is for mentoring young men and women. I'm not. This is definitely not a gender bias page, but right now is directed towards young men. I can't really speak on the female aspect of things because I'm not a woman. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in a woman speaking on what a man should do or how a man should do things. I don't believe that. You don't know what we should be doing and how we should be doing it. I can speak on that as a man, teaching young men how to behave and how to treat you. I don't believe a man should tell you women how you should behave and you should act. You should find a woman that acts that way. That's just how I feel about that. So the mentoring situation that it's come across, because there's a lot of things out there that I just can't stand. So I'm not going to get into all that, but we're going to get into this. And this is a rough video. I might redo this one later on down the road just to firm it up and get directly to the point. But the creed, so to speak, for this mentorship program is going to be 1 Corinthians 16, verse 13 and 14. Be watchful, stand firm in faith, act like a man, be strong. Let all that you do be done in love. That sums it up, young men. That sums it up. We're going to be watchful. We're going to sit back and be a student. You're going to pay attention to what's going on around you. You're going to stand firm in your faith. We're going to talk about religion, but I want to do it in an overcast way that I'm not forcing religion on you. So understand that yes, we will throw in scripture. Yes, we will talk of scripture, but it's going to be up to you to seek the Lord. It's going to be up to you to stand true in that faith. It's going to be up to you to really seek that divinity, that divine power. Act like a man. Oh my God. Act like a man. That should have been first. Act like a man. You hear me? Act like men. Stop acting like females. And it's a big difference. Once again, I don't want anybody to be sensitive about this. When we're talking about men and we're talking about the way they act and we use the words gay and all this other stuff, it's a mindset. It's not actually, wanting to be with a man or whatever. It's not the act. It's the mindset. Be strong. In the opening, you heard me say I want to be that tree. I want to be that tree that's rooted deep into the community. I want to be that one that you guys can come to, and I want to be that mentor. I want to be that, and you guys have to be that way too. When you're down and out, when it seems like you can't get a job, when it seems like every job you get, you're being belittled. Every job you get fired from, or you just can't get a job. You never had a job. You still have to be strong. You have to be strong. And not having a job does not make you less of a man. 18 years ago, I was unemployed. I was coaching at the high schools. My daughter was born. I was mommy daddy. I was cooking, cleaning, taking care of the house. I go coach. I come back. My daughter was with me 24/7. And I took care of the house and I made sure my child was taken care of. That's being a man. It's stepping up to the plate. Unfortunately, you guys are going to be in situations and circumstances that you're not going to be the provider, or you're not the main provider. But you still have to be a man. You still have to step up to the plate and do things, whether you think that they're manly or not, by you stepping up to the plate and washing dishes, by you stepping up to the plate and cooking, by you stepping up to the plate and straightening up the house. That makes you more of a man. It doesn't make you less of a man. Okay? You're not doing anything. You're at home all day. Why shouldn't the house be clean when your woman has been out working all day, bringing you home the money? Okay? Be a man. Let all that you do be done in love. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart, man. And once again, this is something that I read in the Bible. Like I said, 1 Corinthians. it touched me, man, because I want to do this not because of hate, not because of the mess that I see, because I do have love for each and every person that's out there. You know, I want young men to be able to grow up and be young men, be responsible men. Even when you fall, be responsible. Even when you get knocked down, be responsible. Even when you make a mistake, be responsible. Own up to that mistake and learn from that mistake. You just can't have mistakes and keep making the same mistake over and over and over and over again. That's a foolish person. Okay? So getting right down to it, that's going to be our creed. 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 13 and 14. That's our creed. That's our motto. That's what we're going to try to live by. That's what we're going to try to instill in you young men. The first two topics that I'm going to talk about today, what I believe is the backbone of a man, what I do believe is the backbone of anybody that you talk to, that you speak to, is having manners. I believe that to my core. When you speak to somebody and they don't speak back, you already feel some kind of way about that person. It's like, you know what? F you. And I'm not just talking about on some in general stuff, you know, with you guys. I'm talking about my own personal experiences. When you speak to someone and they don't speak to you back, it kind of pulls at you, it kind of gets you. So I understand that. So that's why I'm saying to you young men, manners is the most important thing that you can give out there. The most important thing you can do to anybody is show them respect. You might brighten somebody's day, man. You might make somebody's day. You will be amazed when I hold the door open, especially white people. Oh no, sisters. When I hold the door open for me, thank you. You're welcome. Keep on pushing. You keep on pushing. Even if they don't say anything, you keep on pushing. You have to learn how to give the respect. Keep giving it. Keep giving it. Keep giving it. Keep giving it. That's manners. Someone is talking to you, you look them in the eye. How you doing, sir? Doing fine. When you do an interview, you look your boss in the eye. You don't sit there like, it's not only showing them respect, it's showing them your character. And if there are those of you that can't do it, you got to work on it. You got to change your character. Everything can change. You know, I've heard thousands of people. People can't change. People change every day. People change. You can meet someone and think they're the worst person in the world, and meet them 5 years later and think they're the greatest person on earth. People change. If you don't believe me, think back 5 years. Were you the same 5 years ago? Were you in the same place 5 years ago? I doubt it. I doubt if anybody out there was in the same place, had the same mentality as 5 years ago. For those of you who are over 30, 10 years ago, were you the same dude? Were you the same lady 10 years ago? No. You are forever growing. You should be forever learning. So, have manners. So that way when you come across someone, you never know, 5 years, 8 years, 10 years down the road, you might open that door and that person has the opportunity to bring you into their fold. You might open that door and that person is sitting at the interview table. I remember that young man. Hey, you know what? Yes, I remember that person. I remember him. When you give respect, you're going to get respect. And I'm not saying that you have to kiss anybody's butt, because it will be tough. You will speak to people and they won't speak to you back. It will bother you. It bothered me. But I'm letting you know the bigger picture here is you being a better person. We can't worry about everybody else. Okay, we can't. So when you speak to people, when someone address you, you can politely tell them, excuse me, sir, my name is not boy, not hey, not you. You can correct them politely. See what you just did? You just changed the whole dialogue by understanding some people are just ignorant. And when they're talking to you like that, you don't have to react to it. You can actually say, well, sir, um, my name is Edwin Rose. I appreciate it if you use it. Edwin or Rose. Doesn't matter. If you like me and you don't like nicknames, you let people know. But you don't have to do it in a grrr way all the time. You can be polite and have manners when you do it. Answering the phone, have manners. You don't have to say, hello, this is Rose Residence. Who would you like to speak to? Hello, how you doing? This is Edwin. What's going on? Hello, how you doing? Have some type of mannerism about you. Fellas with the ladies, especially when you're dating a female, open the door for your lady. Especially when you're walking into a building together. I see so many guys on their phone. I see so many guys really nonchalant, kind of just like dragging behind. And the woman is actually doing all the door opening. The woman is actually doing all of the man stuff. That should bother you as a man, that you don't have the decency. You don't have the decency to open up the door for your woman. So, understand, manners. Give it. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Give it. One day, that will open up a door for you that you thought was closed. Trust me. Trust me and pray on that. Trust me. It will open a door for you. It will get you into a door that you thought was untainable. It will get you into that door. The second thing is owning up to your own faults. You know, as much as you own up to the positive things in your life, own up to the negative stuff in your life. If you're not a good reader, own up to it. I'm not saying you got to blast it out there to everybody, but if you make a mistake and you know you made a mistake, own up to it. Once again, fellas, this has been part of our DNA for years. You have to own up to your faults, especially to your loved ones. If you know you're wrong and you know you made a mistake, and I don't care how big of a butthole you made yourself look by saying you was right, if you're wrong, own up to it. Do it in the same fashion in reverse. Hey family, I like to get y'all together. First thing I like to do is apologize for what I said about XYZ. I was wrong. And move on from that. See how much respect you get for doing that. See how much respect you get when you into an argument with your woman and it's heated. Even if you feel as though you didn't do the wrong thing, say, hey baby, you know what? That's my fault. And I know a lot of you guys are not going to understand this, but women like feeling secure with their man. Not intimidated, secure. And by being that person that they can lean on, by being that person that you know what, baby, I'm going to carry that burden. I'm going to put that on my shoulders. That's my fault. Even if you know you right, see how much more of that woman have your back. De-escalate the situation by owning up to it and say, hey, you know what, I might be wrong in this situation. I may have not been wrong about the whole situation, but I might have been wrong about the way I came across at you. I may have been wrong about the way my delivery. I may have been wrong about when I came at you, I was already puffed up. See, it's not always what you say, sometimes it's how you say it. But getting back to that owning up to things when it's not your fault. Especially with your woman. With your woman, if you can show her you're not being a punk, you're not being submissive, You're just understanding that, you know what? I can take a loss. I can take this. I'm a man. I can take this. I can put this on my shoulders. I can carry that. And the next time you have that conversation with your woman, trust me on this. Trust me on this. The next time you have the conversation with your woman, say, hey, baby, you know what? I've already owned up to this, even though I feel as though X, Y, Z. I feel as though you played a part in it as well. I feel as though that your mother played a part in it. Or I feel as though your sisters are too involved in our business. I took it upon myself and said, baby, you know what? It's my fault. Because everybody is all hyped up about a situation that I'm in. I'm going to pull myself out of it. Watch it change. Watch it change. Watch your woman jump on your back and say, you know what, boo, I got you. I'm not going to let nobody come into our relationship like that. That's being a man, fellas. You don't have to sit there and argue. I don't understand you guys, man. Sitting there and arguing all night, every night about the same old thing over and over and over again. The only thing you should be arguing about like that over and over again is your woman's problems. And believe me, that's enough to last you a lifetime. Sometimes we as men, we got to put that stuff on our shoulders and let's go. And guess what? When you walk outside, shake it off. When you go out to your day and you have all that hard stress work, and you're having a bad day, you're having a rough day, and you got to walk in the house, guess what you do? You shake it off. Because you need room. Especially if you're in a relationship, you need room. You definitely need room because she gonna pile your shoulders up. She gonna lean on your shoulders, bro. Trust me. But that's the first section. You know, we already around 22 minutes. So like I said, I wanted to keep these short. That's why I wanted to go 2 parts at a time. I might just go 1 next time. But own up to your own faults, fellas. And like I said, you know, it's gonna make you a bigger and better man in everybody's eyes. You know, you ain't gotta run around saying everything is your fault. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if there's something, there's no give to it, say, hey, you know what? I apologize for my part in this situation. I'm gonna back down. I'm not being a punk about it. I'm not being, you know, submissive about it. I just want this situation to die down so we can go back to loving each other. So we can go back to having a decent conversation. Kiss on the forehead and get up and go fix up breakfast or go out to dinner or something like that. Change it up. And the next time it come up, start from there. Okay? And when you go out, open that door for her. When you get in the car, open the door for her. You know, sometimes, yeah, I'm saying you gotta break your neck to do it. I don't do it every time, all the time. But especially when you're going out and your woman looking good, compliment her. Open the door. Have good manners, fellas. You know, diving back into the manners thing, when you see your woman that spent 2-3 hours getting dressed, don't sit up there and be like, oh man, you slow. Oh man, she getting ready for you. She trying to impress you. So you make sure you comment on your woman. You make sure you have manners enough to say, hey baby, you look good. You open that door for her. You make her feel like she with the King of Kings. And you pay attention to her. I'll get deeper in that later because there's some things I gotta teach you guys to see if you got a good woman. When you open a door for a woman, I got some things that I need you to look out for when you do that for your woman to let you know if she's a good woman and appreciative for what you're doing. Okay? But I'm gonna cut this short and we'll get back into this later and we'll chop it up. Alright? So once again, the new Edwin Rose bringing the truth. So you guys look out for the next video. Be coming soon. Alright? Peace.